I'm about to get started working on the van for today, and today I'm excited to work on this project that is installing a brand new roof rack on our 2024 Mercedes Sprinter van. We're working with a company called Van & Camp, and they sent us a roof rack, a really beautiful looking roof rack, and I'm going to do the install and share with you guys why we decided to go with their roof rack and why we even wanted a roof rack in the first place. So let's get started. Today is day 62 of our DIY Sprinter van build. Let's go. I'm actually in the middle of another project from yesterday, installing the IsoTemp water heater. And I saw the FedEx truck come by earlier, dropping this off. And I said, I got to get this thing installed first because it's going to be awesome. The solar panels are also going to go over this. So I will show you guys later on, once this is installed, what my plans are for having this roof rack. Let's open this up. This box itself is pretty heavy, and it's contains all of the parts necessary to build the entire roof rack. So let's cut this thing open. So I'm gonna take everything out piece by piece, and I will go through the instructions on how to get this thing installed. I already checked out the videos that they have online on the install, and it looks pretty simple. A lot of screws to bolt on and stuff, but it shouldn't be too hard. So let's just open this up first. Check out the instruction manual here. I'll look at that later. And there's a big bag of hardware, all the nuts, bolts, everything in here. Let's open everything up and decipher what piece is what. It looks like this piece here, this curved piece, is the wind fairing that's going to go in the front of the van. And just a first impression of it, this is really high quality, really clean looking, nice and smooth, powder coated aluminum right here. Okay, let's lay this down. This is probably going to be the last piece that we need to install. Okay. Now that all the pieces are unpacked, let's check out the instruction and get started on the install. Originally, I wasn't planning on getting a roof rack for our Sprinter van, just because we wanted to have a more stealthy look. And roof racks that are nice looking for Sprinter vans are really expensive. They're upwards of $2,000 plus for really nice ones. But then I wanted to get one because of what we want to do with the solar panels. So in this van, we plan on adding tilting functions to the solar panels using linear actuators. But in order for the tilting action to work, if you look at the physics of it, the solar panels can't be flat on the roof. It needs to be elevated somewhat, I think at least like 5 inches or 6 inches. So in order to achieve the tilting motion, a roof rack is needed. So I kind of explored different roof rack options, and I came across this company, Van & Camp. And they are actually a very reasonable price company that makes roof racks. And I was gonna buy it anyway, and I reached out to them, and they actually sent this one to us for free to install and try out, which is really awesome of them, by the way. But their pricing on these roof racks are really, really reasonable. Last I checked, they were around 800 bucks or so. I don't think you can find really good looking roof racks sub $1,000, but you'll see how they look like after it's installed. This is a picture of it. And using this roof rack, it becomes more of a functional thing for us, being able to do the tilting solar. And the coolest thing is that because it elevates our solar panels by about 6 inches or so, we should be able to theoretically install even more solar panels to our roof, even over our 2 vent fans that's in the roof of the van, because of how much it elevates. And the opening of the 2 vent fans are, I think it comes out to like about 6 inches or 7 inches. And for my calculation, we should be able to lay solar panels right on top of it, which will maximize our roof space, which is going to be really awesome. So I can't wait to install this and see if the fitment actually makes sense for it. If it is, I'm going to add another solar panels. We already ordered 3. So let's get on with the install and see how this thing looks like at the end. And I talked about working with Van & Camp a couple of weeks ago if you guys watched our previous vlogs. And they actually only sent it to us a couple of days ago because they just got it back in stock. Because these things are selling out really quickly. They don't even have any in stock. Like once they have any stock, it's sold immediately. So if you guys are interested in checking out a roof rack, check them out. I will link it in the description below. The first step is to get everything up into the roof. I want to put a few pieces of rags up there so I don't scratch up the roof of the van. And we'll move everything up one piece at a time. All right, I got all the parts laid out nice and neatly. I should be able to get this done fairly quickly. They recommend this to be a 2-person project, but I'll be doing it by myself. All right, let's get started. Here are all the hardware. I'm going to put everything in the tray. Make it a little bit easier for myself. They come with tools too, but I'll use my own. I gotta slide 7 of these rail nuts into the roof rail here. 7 on this side, 9 on the driver's side. Okay, let's start installing the roof rails to the rail nuts here. So I got the bolt with the washer and lock washer going right into the rail nut here. Loosely securing it. Not going to tighten it down or anything. So we still need to move it around. Okay, I'm just hand tightening these so that doesn't fall off. That's all I need for now. And let's do it for the rest of the ones along this rail. So as per the instruction, it says that on the passenger side, I only needed the 7 pieces of the rail nut here, but there's 2 extra ones that I don't know how to secure because there's only 7. It should be 9, 3 on each. So I am gonna double check the instructions to see why that is. Even the video they have online says 7 on this side and 9 on this side, but let me double check. I think there might be a little bit of a mistake on the instructions. I think I need actually 2 more on the driver's side because this is the ladder hatch attachment right here. So in the event we want to add a ladder, then we take this piece off to get it attached. But then I'm missing the 2 nuts in here to attach this piece. So I will add 2 more on this side and then I'm going to add 2 more on the other side. I think that should complete this side rail here. Now that the side rails are somewhat secured, we can attach them together using these plates that will lock them in place. Okay. Like this. The side rails are now attached to each other. The instruction calls for installing the cross beams, but I think I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to jump to installing the spoiler first, which is the end piece in the back here, mainly because I need to make sure I have enough space for the fan here. So the spoiler piece goes right here across, and I want to make sure by the time I'm done installing that thing that this can still open, and if it's a little bit too tight, I can basically move the entire rack back a little bit to accommodate for that. So I'll add that piece first, and then we'll move on to the other parts. So I think this distance right here for the roof rail is perfect. I have about maybe half an inch from the opening of the fan here. So I should be okay. Next, let's get these cross beams installed using the 1/4 inch bolt washer and lock washers. I got the first one in. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to go. I got all the cross beams in. I think it's more than I personally need because I have the 2 fans here. I just squeezed everything in the middle here, which I could probably utilize all of them. I don't really mind. They'll just sit here. And I haven't tightened it yet. The last thing I'm going to install to finish this project off is to install the wind fairing, which is going to go right in the front. Before I attach this into the side rails here, there's one more thing I need to do. I got the weather stripping here. That's going to go on the bottom side of the wind flaring. So they did include a rubber seal that's supposed to go under here, but the rep that I'm talking with over at Van & Camp told me that the one that they have here isn't really that good. And they recommended me buying a different type, which I ordered on Amazon. It's like 10 bucks. To replace that. Speeds over 60 miles per hour. There might be a bit of vibration if I don't install this. So I appreciate her honesty that this isn't really that good. So I will just use this more thicker piece that I bought myself. Let's add this before I install it. The weather stripping is in. Let's finish with the install. I am finally done with the install of the Van & Camp roof rack for the Sprinter 170. I think it looks awesome. I'm gonna have to readjust the cross beams once I know where the solar panels are gonna sit. Until then, I'll just leave it right here. And let me show you guys how this roof rack looks from the ground. Let's take a look. Pretty nice. Right away, it's added a super mean look to it. The overlander look. I'm really happy that a company like Van & Camp has come to market, because I'm very tired of paying the Sprinter tax, meaning everything for a Sprinter van that are high quality and really nice looking are very expensive. And Van & Camp, they're changing the game a little bit, like this roof rack here. Really high quality stuff. I'm very impressed with it. This roof rack isn't something that I thought I needed at the beginning of the build, but I'm very glad that I got it, and I'm gonna make use of it for the solar panels. So thank you, Van & Camp, for sending us the awesome roof rack here. If you guys are interested in checking out their roof rack and other lines of items, check out their website. I'm gonna link it in the description below. They actually make a line of other products for Sprinter vans, Ford Transits, and ProMasters at a much reasonable price than what is available out there on the marketplace. Not only do they have roof racks, they also have ladders, tire holders, mosquito nets, insulated blinds, and just all sorts of van stuff. So check them out. I think they gave me a discount code as well. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I will put it in the screen here for the code. Thanks again, Van & Camp, for sending us this really beautiful looking roof rack. And now that we got our roof rack finally installed, I want to share with you guys what my plans are for the tilting solar setup. Better yet, let me open up the solar panels. I haven't even opened it yet. It's been sitting in the box. Let's open one of these. I got 3 of these solar panels. These are 250 watt panels by a company called New Power. Open it up. Here we have it, our New Power solar panel. Let's bring this up in the roof of the van. See how this fits. So, I picked up these solar panels because they fit perfectly between the rails. And the roof rack actually extends a little beyond the roof rails, the stock rails that's along the side of the fan here. So there's actually more space than what I originally designed it to be, but actually fits perfectly like this, side to side. And the original plan was to fit them between the fan here, this fan, the end of, or the start of this fan, to the back of that van, and I could fit 3 perfectly side to side, just like this. But what I'm thinking now is to elevate these panels a little bit more so that they can sit on top of the fans. Let me see how they fit now, just the way it is with these rails. I was gonna put a bit of long piece, maybe an extra 1 inch along the side. That's gonna elevate this another extra inch here, and that's gonna allow me to put more solar panels on the roof. But let me see how this fits the way it is right now. And just because the solar panels themselves are maybe an 1.5 inches thick, there's actually room underneath. So if I were to put this right on top, I mean, I have to elevate this by quite a bit more. Actually, it's going to extend over the side of the rails there. I don't know if I want to do that. Let me just take a look. That might be a little too high. I mean, how would that work? Yeah, you'll see the edge of the solar panels if I were to go up this high. Maybe it's going to be an extra 2.5 inches, 3 inches. So the fans can fully open with the solar panels right on top. And I'll be able to fit maybe 4 panels, maybe even 5. I gotta do the measurement, but let me see how this looks. Let me get some wood for an idea of the amount of space I need to elevate this. Okay, I got a few pieces of 2.5-inch blocks. Let me put them on the corners of the rails there and see how this looks like elevated. So with a 2.5-inch block, it gives the fan just enough clearance to be fully open, which is what it's at right now. And the solar panel can sit on top. But the side of the panels are actually higher than the roof rack here, which I think is fine. Let me see how it looks like from the ground. I might be able to just do it this way and lay the entire roof rack with solar panels. That would be so awesome. Okay. I mean, I see the wood, but it really doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's part of like a box, to be honest. I mean, the back is gonna be a rail that's gonna be basically the same height, 2.5 all across. And the top is just gonna be the solar panels going all across. Honestly, I don't think that looks bad at all. I might do that. And if I do that, I wonder how many solar panels I can fit up there to go across the entire roof with the fans. That was the idea with getting this roof rack, is to do something like this. And then on the bottom of it, I'm gonna add the linear actuators. That's gonna push the solar panels up during winter time to maximize the charging capabilities. Okay, let me measure from back to front how much space I have to play with to do this. Oh, I think I'm gonna get like over 1,000 watts if I can do it this way. These are 250 each. I already can fit 3. If I fit one more, 1,000. I think probably more than, I don't know if I can do more than 4. But if I can do 5, whew, it's gonna be a game changer. And with the ability of the solar panels to tilt up, I'm gonna be gaining an extra 6.5 inches of storage space on the roof here too. So if I start from here and go all the way to the front, I've got about 158 inches of space for solar panels. That's a lot. 158. Okay, let me do some math and calculate how many panels I can get. So based on a 158 length, I can fit 4.57 of these solar panels, which means it's gonna be 4 pieces. Which means we're gonna get 1,000 watts of solar on our roof here. I like it, I'm gonna do that. 4 panels it is. I'm gonna start ordering some parts to build these tilting solar setup. And we'll work on that on another day. It is 5 o'clock now, and I am gonna finish up with the project that I was working on yesterday, which I started, which is installing running the coolant tube from our engine bay over to the ISO temp here. You watch our video from yesterday, you'll know that I cut into our coolant line and I made some fittings to it, and I put a ball valve so everything is shut off, and I just need to connect from those 2 ball valves and run the cable or the tube all the way from the bottom of the van all the way to the back here, and that's what I'll be working on right now. I'm gonna have Rena help me with this because I need to run the tube from the engine bay to the bottom, so she's gonna help me feed the hose from top to bottom. And you're gonna help with swatting the mosquitoes, okay? Okay, let's get started. We got the big coil of hose here. And the goal is to feed it down through here. I got the cut here from yesterday. The ball valves are here. These do with the blue. So I'm gonna just follow it along and find a way to get it down there along this side. The instruction from the manual says to go from the driver's side, but because my water heater is on the passenger side in the back, that's where I'm gonna find the route. Go through here. You see that spot right there? To the ground?
Yeah.
I gotta bring this tube to the ground.
Okay, I'll
Okay? So just push it down, okay? Stay up here. Okay. Oh, you found the route already. Nice. Okay, perfect, right here. Okay, I think I will go along the side here. Yeah, we can just keep feeding it all the way to the back. From here. Yeah, I'll just start clamping it probably like on the side here. All right, just give me more. Okay. And this is gonna go back up from a hole that I'm gonna be making somewhere right up here. I'll make a new hole through the back here, right back to the heater. I am going to make 2 new holes to the van floor to feed the tube back up here. So they gave these fittings. These are the ones that's going to go on the heater, and we're connected to another hose, and then this is going to go down to the floor like this. It looks like I don't have the hole saw to make the 1 3/4 hole that is necessary to put this plastic fitting into the hole. So I might need to go buy one. Should I go buy one now? I can bike over. 1 3/4. I'll be right back. Let's try that again. I'm gonna make a pilot hole first, make sure the bottom has all the clearance I need. I just put some of the red RTV gasket maker high temp sealant on these brushings here. And while I wait for this to dry, I am gonna secure the tubing that's under the van and cut it and then run another one all the way back up here. Made it all the way to the back of the van. Push it up. The ATV's sealant hasn't completely dried yet, so I'm not going to push the tubing up just yet. I'll wait until tomorrow. And it's already 7 o'clock. getting dark as well. Dinner is almost ready, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. Looks like this ISO temp project is a 3-day project. I'll finish it up tomorrow. I got a mosquito bite on the head. My forehead. Oh, it's under the van. All right, let's see what my mom is making for dinner tonight. Got some veggies. Not much to try. Not much to hour. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, wait. Some soup here from yesterday. We got some okra and some chicken wings. So you got the fork here. You gotta move it over here. In the middle. That's where the spoon goes, Spence, right? Alright. You're gonna put it where the spoon goes. And then this one you can lift like this, like a forklift. Oh. It's really, really hot. Japan. You want vegetable?
Yeah.
Big piece.
Bite it.
Mmm.
Bite it.
There you go. Yummy. Okay guys, that is it for today's video. I'm so happy I got the roof rack installed in 1 day and almost done with the ISO temp project. So I'm going to wrap it up tomorrow and we'll be able to test it, I think. I don't know if we'll be able to know if it's hot water. I know you can run it. I also got some coolant for the Mercedes, so I have to probably add some because of the additional line. So I'll do all that tomorrow. So if you guys want to keep following our DIY Sprinter van build, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when the new videos come out. And if you enjoy watching this video, smash that like button so that it can spread to more people. We really appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.